Oh, got one. Got one. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sweet. All right, Jeremy just hiked through. Whoa, a fish? Oh, they're all jumping. What the hell? All right, I guess I need to put a dry on. Squirmy! Wow, this is a beautiful fish. So as frustrating as the last video was, breaking my rod, jackhammering, striking out on catching any fish at Buda, it did result in this. I got the upgrade to the new Sage R8. I got a 10-footer and a 4-weight. Put on the Scientific Angler Amplitude Infinity with the coating so I can get those nice long shooting casts. But new rod day on the McCloud. Let's go. So all this last couple weeks since I broke my rod, I've been practicing my fly cast on a traditional fly line. And last night I broke through my fear of trying to tie with elk hair or deer hair. Suffered through tying some elk hair caddis, or excuse me, an X caddis. So I wanna cast this thing for a few minutes. Do some prospecting here. I haven't seen any heads, and I've just seen some midges. I've got, like I said, a caddis on, but still planning on using the mono rig. But I just want to feel what this thing feels like casting, mending. So far, it's just amazing. Shoots line, it's easy to do tight loops, it's amazing. I don't think any of the fish are looking up, so I'm going to switch back to my mono rig here and tight line this, but dang, this is awesome. Let me get this pocket over here. Just needed some more line out. Nope, that wasn't the one I'm looking for. Yep, all right, switching to the mono rig. Okay, put the mono rig back on so I can do some tight lining with this baby. Got a waltz worm on the point, and brought back the bird's nest. Got that on the, actually I've got it backwards. The bird's nest is on the point, and the waltz is on the dropper, I think. I don't remember anymore. Swing rate's incredible. Can definitely feel less weight out in front of my hands. Jeremy forgot his net, so he went back for it, but before he did, he cast a few times and did get one back to him, so should be a great day of fishing. don't know what that was, if it was the bottom or a fish. I think what I'm feeling is more sensitivity in this rod. It was like dragging across some rocks. Thought I had a fish on. Definitely saw when the flies hit the strike zone, they just slowed down. It was like the brakes went on. Downshifted into a lower gear. There's one. Decent fish. Oh man, oh yeah, nice fish. Beautiful. Nice! So he came up and took the shot back. Oh yeah, that was pinned. Super clean fish. Oh my gosh. 14-incher. So beautiful. Awesome. So that's good information. It came up and got the shot back, or excuse me, I keep saying shot back. It's a bird's nest. I gotta add that to my my vocabulary apparently. Oh man, so far this is way better. Takes way less energy to cast this mono. Loads up better with the 4-weight. Even though it's a fast action, I don't know. Once I get the fish on, it's super nice to play. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's a bird's nest for the win. Let me know in the comments, should I add that to the shop? I mean, like I said on Instagram, it's the first fly I've ever caught a fish on. It was the bird's nest, so it's definitely special to me. I don't know why it's taking me so long to tie one of my own. A little bit of a tangle that I probably could have just spent some time on, but I wanted to add some more tippet, so I decided to re-rig. Left the bird nest on the dropper, swapped in a blowtorch on the point. Try a little tractor on the bottom, naturals on the top. There's like a little soft pocket on the side next to that tree. There it is. Oh, that was butter. Well, this is like my last chance. Oh man, this rod is so accurate. That cast would have been so much harder on the drifter. Throwing the Indy on. Oh. Got one. Zippity-doo-dah. fish, nothing. Probably 8 or 9 feet. Nice. I don't remember exactly, but I think this is the spot. In a previous video, I'll link it up in the corner. I think this is the spot where I got my big 21-inch rainbow. We shall see. Totally different conditions if that's the case. Oh, I have a fish on. Jeez. Way back out there. Sweet. Oh, these McCloud rainbows are so gorgeous. Took the blowtorch, popped right out. Oh, amazing. Such a clean fish. 14-incher again. Lots of food in its stomach. Stunning fish. Nice pocket water right here. Ooh. This rod is so sensitive. I'm not sure if that was a fish or the bottom. Still gotta relearn a lot with this thing. I just love how sensitive it is. I feel it all the way through the rod. It's not about having a sensitive tip. The whole dang rod's sensitive. It's fantastic. Got one. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, come on, Eric. Yes! Alright, this guy's 16-incher. So pretty. Sweet. Okay. That was another one on the blowtorch. Biggest fish of the day for me, an 18-incher. No, 16, excuse me. 16! Don't want to exaggerate. Let's add some split shot. Shall we? Okay, added some weight. That should get us down at the top of this better. Oh yeah. Let's get a water temp. 47.2, that's perfect. The fish are definitely biting. And another concern that everyone's been having with the drought is excess snow melting on Shasta, which is pushing mud down into the river. Last year, the river was basically white. It was completely muddy and cloudy. Couldn't see. The water clarity was terrible. It made it very difficult or impossible to fish. And there was a little bit of a scare looking at the turbidity index that the water department shares, but I think either that was a fluke or just a short little stint where the water was cloudy from a storm or something, because today the water is normal. It's this normal teal self. I couldn't have made that cast before. I don't know. Is it 4 times better than the Drifter? Does it cost 4 times more? No. But twice as good. Jeremy and I were just talking about, I let him cast it for a few minutes. It's lighter, and it's just like, it's easy to underestimate the impact that fatigue has on you. I don't know, I'm just gonna get tired later so I can fish better longer. That's a big deal to me. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Come on, baby. Nope. Jeremy just hiked through. Whoa! A fish? Oh, they're all jumping. What the hell? All right, I guess I need to put a dry on. Before I do, though, I've never seen one just sitting right at my feet. Chasing emergers? All right, my first move is going to be to shallow up. And then I'm putting the dry on. Can't get one. I think they're chasing mergers up. Maybe swing them up right where they are. All right, I'm out. You can step in. I'm gonna put a dry on. It's gonna take me a few minutes to switch. Well, the fish were rising through here like crazy. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. See if I can coax some D to fly on the surface. And it's starting to rain really well, but there's some blue sky coming. Jeez, that was a big old blow up. Forgot I could roll cast. I just had it eat. I got it on the swing. Definitely saw one eat a fly off the surface. I can't quite make out what they are. Just put on a PMD Adams. Oof, got him. Ah! Had one on. Okay. Cool. Let's do that again. Let's get a McCloud Rainbow on a dry fly, shall we? You know, there's a nice fish in that lane over there. I've seen a few eating off the surface, but I'm pretty sure they're chasing emergers, so I think I need to be like swinging the flies up. I don't know. It's fun connecting one with one on a dry. Didn't set the hook all the way though. Oop. That was a neat. That was definitely a fish. Alright, let's keep going here. Maybe the squirmy's the ticket. That was a fish. I think. Still getting used to this rod. That squirmy's not on a jig hook, so it may have just clipped that rock real well. Gosh, this thing casts so nice. Fish on! Oh, did he take the squirmy? Wow, this is a beautiful fish.
It's a good one, baby. Apparently only the big fish eat worms.
16, but so colorful. Isn't he beautiful? I'll throw the Indy back on so I can cast up here. It's kind of hard to wade around it here. Yeah, I figured I can get my flies up there without having to wade up there if I put the Indy on. There we go. Oh, that might have been a hit. Ooh, that was a fish. I saw it flash. It's in the money pocket. Somebody wants to eat that. I know they do. Come on, baby. Come on. There's one. All right. That was kind of a tough spot. Sweet. Got him on the blowtorch. That's fish number 8 for the day. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. That was a super fun day on the water. The fish were obviously cooperating. Jeremy and I both got into numerous fish. I got him tight lining, I got him under an indicator, and I did fool one on a dry fly, didn't get him to the net, but I did get an eat on the dry, so that was super fun. As far as flies go, the blowtorch was definitely the standout fly for me. It got a majority of the flies, and I would say the bird's nest was a close second. That's just a really cool, buggy little fly. It's been around forever. It works in all rivers pretty much all year round. It's just a classic fly. So I'm thinking about adding it to the shop. You guys gotta let me know. What do you think? Should I add that fly to the shop? Now, as far as the river conditions go, the flows were great. The water clarity was normal. The river kind of has this off-colored, teal color to it. It's caused from glacial silt up off Mount Shasta. A lot of people are concerned about it because the glaciers up on Shasta actually melted last year, sending a bunch of mud down the mountain into the river, making it really difficult to fish, if not impossible. The turbidity index was crazy high. So basically that river got shut down most of last year. So people have been asking me nonstop, how's the river doing? Well, I'm glad to report the river's looking good, and hopefully it stays that way. This last late storm we had put a bunch of snow up back on the mountain, so maybe that will delay the late season melt that caused all the problems last year. But for now, the river's looking great. So let's talk about that brand new Sage rod, the R8 core. As you know, last week I broke my rod at Pewter Creek, and I got the blessing to be able to replace it with the brand new Sage rod, the top of the line, the R8 core. I got it in a 4-weight 10-foot. I'm trying to get away from the Euro tapered rods because I don't want a specialized tool like that anymore. I want sort of a rod that I can switch back to a fly line and cast and get dries with it. And I also want to be able to do some nymphing or tight lining. So that's why I got a 10-foot 4-weight standard taper rod. Later on, I'm going to do a video that goes into more detail on my thoughts. I want to try to communicate to people that have never cast a premium rod what it's like to go from an entry-level rod to a premium rod. It's really difficult to sort of explain how something feels verbally, or even to show someone what it feels like, but I'm going to do my best. But here's some highlights. Number one, the rod is much lighter and it's easier to cast because the swing weight is so much lower. So that adds up to less fatigue at the end of the day. And so if you still have fresh muscles that aren't tired, you can cast more accurately, more consistency throughout the day. So you just get better fishing longer, and you're not as tired at the end of the day. So that's a huge plus for me. Number two, you can put on the gas when you need to. If you need to really send a cast really far, 50 feet, 60 feet, or even longer if you're a skilled caster, you can do it. And you don't have to really muscle it. You just got to have good technique to load up the rod, and you can just send those flies wherever you need to. It's pretty effortless, and you can still, lightly put on the gas and get one cast real close to your feet if you need to. So the versatility of being able to put on the gas when you need to is amazing. Now, along with that is accuracy. I've read and heard a lot of people talking about these higher end rods are more accurate, and believe it or not, they really are. In the past, there might be a really tough cast tucked up against a laid down tree or up against a cliff or some kind of obstacle I don't want the flies to hit, but I want to get it in a seam. It might take me 1, 2, 3, well, usually it takes me 2 or 3 casts to get it there. And by then, the extra cast, the noise, the disturbance on the water has disrupted the fish, put them down, and they don't want to eat. So if you can accurately put that fly where you need to the first try, and get that good, perfect drift the first try, you're more likely to hook up with it. And I don't know, as I got more confident by the end of the day, I was doing that. There was a couple times there was laid down in the water and I was able to cast right up against it my first try. Boom, perfect drift. If there was a fish there, it would have eaten it. And there were several cases where that happened, and it's just, I don't know, you just get confident in your ability to do what you want with the rod. It's like my buddy Bob at Trout Flies. He says it's like it's part of your body. You're either fighting with it or it's part of you and it's working with you. And just the premium rod just works with you better, and it just does what you expect it to do. So I know they're expensive. That's something you can look forward to as you move up the hierarchy of the rod prices. And it doesn't really make you a better fly fisherman. It just sort of optimizes your ability to catch the fish with less effort and less time with fewer mistakes. With that said, I've got the shop loaded up with blowtorches. If you need them for the river, come pick some up at driftstone.co/shop. And until next time, everybody, Godspeed. Oh, that did not feel good.